All right, we're going to dive into a pretty radical idea drawn from Robert Wright's book, Why Buddhism is True. It basically argues that all of us, we're living in a kind of illusion. And that concept might sound just a little familiar if you've ever seen a certain movie about reality. I mean, who hasn't, right? In the film, this guy, Neo, finds out his whole life is just an incredibly elaborate simulation, a dream world cooked up to keep him and everyone else under control. And this brings him to that classic choice. Take the blue pill and go back to sleep in a comfortable delusion, or take the red pill and wake up to a difficult but liberating truth. It's a choice between delusion and reality. Wow. A prison for your mind. That's some heavy stuff. And, it sounds like pure science fiction. But is it? Well, the core idea we're exploring today is that this prison, it is real. But its architect isn't some super intelligent AI. Nope. It's something much closer to home. A blind, totally indifferent force of nature. And that architect? It's natural selection. The whole argument here is that the process that built us doesn't give a hoot about our happiness. It has absolutely no interest in us seeing the world accurately. It has one goal and one goal only. Yup, that's it. Getting genes into the next generation. That is the one and only prime directive. Every single one of our traits, especially the ones in our head, was selected for that one reason. It helped our ancestors survive long enough to pass on their genes. Okay, so here's the kicker. Our brains evolved to make us see, think, and feel things in ways that were good for our genes. Truth was only on the menu if it helped with survival and reproduction. And the result of that design? Well, it's pretty startling. That's right. According to this perspective, the default setting for the human mind is delusion. Now, we're not talking about a full-on Matrix-style hallucination. It's way more subtle. It's a constant, low-level warping of reality that messes with every thought we have and every feeling we feel. So what does this glitch in the Matrix actually look like in our day-to-day lives? How do we see it? Let's take a look at a really simple, everyday example. Okay, think about that classic craving for junk food. Let's say a powdered sugar donut. You see it and your brain lights up, anticipating this amazing reward. You eat it, and yeah, there's a quick hit of pleasure, but it's gone almost immediately. And then what? You feel kind of unsatisfied, and you want another one. This whole cycle is what's known as the hedonic treadmill. And this right here gets to the heart of a core Buddhist concept, that constant feeling of unsatisfactoriness, what's called dukkha. Is it a bug in our programming? It's a feature. Natural selection designed us to be perpetually unsatisfied, because a satisfied ancestor would have just sat around instead of hunting, gathering, and, passing on those genes. And get this, the neuroscience totally backs this up. Scientists have found that the dopamine rush, that reward chemical, is actually bigger when we're anticipating the prize than when we actually get it. Our brain literally oversells us on how good something will be just to keep us motivated. It's a trick, a biochemical illusion. So, okay, we see the prison. We understand the wiring, the delusion. Does just knowing that intellectually set you free? Does that hand you the key to your own cell? The answer is a pretty blunt and maybe even disappointing one. Just knowing isn't nearly enough. In fact, it can almost make things feel worse. Think about it. It's like you're on a treadmill, running and running, and then someone tells you, hey, just so you know, that treadmill is specifically designed to keep you running forever, and you're not going anywhere. That awareness, without having a way to actually get off, that's a tough pill to swallow. A Tibetan meditation master put this dilemma perfectly. He basically said, you have two choices. You can either face the discomfort of becoming aware of your mental prison, or you can live with the discomfort of being ruled by it forever. So here's the bottom line. Modern science is amazing at identifying the prison. It gives us the blueprint of the bars on our cage. It shows us exactly how we're trapped. But it doesn't give us the key. Which, of course, brings us to the most important question of all. Is there a way to not just know this truth, but to actually use it? Is there a practice, a tool, a key that can actually let us escape? And this is where Buddhist philosophy and meditation enter the picture. The whole argument is that this isn't just a religion or belief system, it's a kind of technology, a technology for deprogramming the illusions that natural selection hardwired into our brains. Now, this is a very different picture of mindfulness than you might be used to. We hear a lot about stopping to smell the roses. But if you look at the ancient texts, they describe a much more hardcore practice. Meditating on things our programming screams at us to ignore, like bodily fluids, decay, even our own future corpse. So, you might be asking, why on earth would anyone do that? Because the ultimate goal isn't just to feel pleasant for a moment, it's to see reality as it actually is, raw, unfiltered, and free from that evolutionary gloss that keeps us chasing illusions. It's about systematically hacking away at the delusion, not just for a second, but for good. And that's the central claim, right there. Buddhism offers both a diagnosis of the human problem that lines up incredibly well with modern science, and it offers a practical, systematic cure to do something about it. And so we're back where we started, with Morpheus. Modern science, and even ancient philosophy, they can show you the door. They can explain the prison you're in, and what freedom might look like. But in the end, you're the one that has to walk through it.